gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the one and only Brandon's America. I'm your host, Terry Higgins. Ladies and gentlemen, there's just too much going on in Brandon's America. There's too much going on in Brandon's America. But somebody has to talk about it. We just can't sit here and not talk about what's going on in Brandon's America. Now, I know, I got it. I know what you, please stop. Shut up. You're a conservative. We don't care what you say. Shut up. All you conservatives can make us sick. I know it. I know you tired of us. I know it. I know you wanted to shut up. You want to go away. You want to just die. Just die, you conservatives. Just die. But we didn't talk. I don't get it. Why is it that we have this damn problem? I know for a fact when I was in school, I didn't have this problem. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Let me ask you a question. And please, if you can answer it, if you can be honest with yourself. Answer this question. Leave it in the comment section. What gives us the right, man, woman, child, the right to change who we are physically? Unless it's something that's of a medical irregular or something that's not a regular part of your body, something that does not belong. What gives you the right to mess with your temple? See, ladies and gentlemen, this is my temple. This is my temple. I got 2 eyes, I got a nose, I got 2 lips, I got 2 hands, I got 10 fingers, I got 2 feet, 10 toes. But see, if I had like 11 fingers or 3 eyes or 2 noses or 3 lips, okay, yes, it's time to check. You know, if it can be removed surgically, yes, because it's not normal. Okay, it's not normal for a person to have 3 lips, 2 noses, 3 eyes, whatever. Okay, but if it can't be removed, all right, great. But look, this is a creation. I don't know who you worship, God, Buddha. I don't know who. Some people actually worship rocks and all type of stuff. I don't know what you worship. But ladies and gentlemen, when we come out our mother's womb, it's a creation from whoever brought us here. It's a creation. It's who we are. But do you have the right to change your full physical makeup as a person? Do you have a right? And do you think you changing your physical makeup is what the Creator wants to see when you die? Think about it. Think about it. When you die either today, tomorrow, whatever on this earth, when you die, how do you think you're going to be presented to your maker? You think you're going to present it to him like the one you want to change yourself into? Do you think you're going to go in front of your maker and be who you made yourself into be? Think about it. Just think about it. Think about it. Think about it. What do you think you're going to be when you see your maker? Or will you not see your maker at all because you're not what he made you into? You turned yourself into something else. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not bashing nobody. I'm just asking a question. This is educational purposes. Fair usage. Do not try to bash me. This is my opinion. And somebody has to talk because a lot of people don't want to talk on serious issues. I talk about serious issues on Brandon's America. So ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. So when you die today, tomorrow, whenever, how do you think you're going to present it to your maker? Or some of you probably don't think there is a maker. We're just here. We're just here. How do you think you're going to turn up when it's over and done with? I get it. Some of us come out and we're confused. We don't feel very masculine. We don't feel very feminine. But whose job is it as growing up trying to find out yourself? Whose job is it? Whose job is it to help your child understand who they are as a person? Should I, as a parent, myself as a parent, just because my son does not feel masculine, should I help him be more feminine because he feels feminine? Like I said, once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is just my feelings, my thought, my feelings. Okay, I don't have don't look. You got a problem? If you want to talk, we can talk in the comment section. All right, we got to talk about it. It's no need to keep running away from the problem. It's time to talk about it. Let's be real adults, real men and real women. Let's talk about it. Whose job is it to help our child, our son, our daughter, to figure out who they are? Is it okay for us to just say, okay, son, you want to be a girl? Go ahead and be one. Is it our job? Do we just turn our cheek? Do we just turn away from it and let him do what he do? Or she do what she do? Or do we help guide them into what they were put on this earth as? Do we just give up on their whole sexuality altogether and say, okay? Some of us, the parents, are giving up on our children. They have no direction. They have no hope. No guidance. A lot of these children out here right now are raising their damn selves because their parents are turning their back on their kids, trying to these damn grown-ass people that have these children are trying to find their own goddamn selves. Goddamn, it's too late for you to find yourself. It's too late. I'm hot. I'm very angry. I'm serious. This is becoming too much. Too much. Why am I so angry for? Why am I so angry? Why are we talking about this? Because, ladies and gentlemen, there's a difference between a man and a woman. All day, every day, okay? There's things physically I can do that a woman can't. That's fucking simple. That's simple. Okay? There's things that I can do physically that a woman cannot do. Unless she's a goddamn bodybuilder. Physically, a man is stronger than a woman. Whether you want to believe it or not. Just like there's some animals that are stronger than other animals in the fucking in the animal kingdom, okay? Listen, you can change your outside, okay? But you can't change your inside. Your inside is still the same. You can't change your soul. You can change your outside, but you can't change your inside, all right? You can take all the injections, all the drugs, all the bullshit. You can do whatever you want. But deep inside, you are still what you were born as. And man can't change it. Nor a drug. You can't get rid of it. Once it's there, it's there. That's what you want. That's deep inside your body is what you are. Yeah, you can fool us on the outside, but you can't fool yourself on the inside. I can go turn myself into a woman today, but deep inside my body, in my soul, I'm still a damn woman. I'm still a damn man. I'm sorry, still a damn man. Deep inside my soul, I'm still a man. Even if I go outside and get my penis cut off and get a vagina, deep inside my damn body, I'm still a damn man because I can't change my soul. That's why there's so many, people don't want to talk about it, but that's why so many trans people today commit suicide. And it's because they deep inside, they know they're confused. Nobody helped them. They're confused. There was no guidance. There was no help. They weren't helped. Nobody helped them try to find themselves. But we don't want to talk about this. We don't want to talk about this. Transgender suicide. We don't want to talk about that. Trans suicide. We don't want to talk about that. But let's talk about this. Why is it that we can't just be what? Look, a girl that turns herself into a man should not participate with the man because she can get hurt. Deep inside, she's still a damn girl. Just because the girl turns herself into a man, she cannot participate with a man because she's going to get herself hurt. And a man, a real man, is not going to want to fight a woman who turns into a man, period. But we don't really have that problem. That's not a problem. A lot of women ain't just trying to jump into being a man and try to play man sports. We got men changing over to women and playing women's sports and dominating and hurting women. But the news don't want to tell you, CNN don't want to tell you. They want to keep talking about the injection every fucking day. Mandates. Russia. All this shit going on in the world. God damn it, look. And shit. Can we have a real conversation? Can we really talk? Can we talk about some real shit? Can we stop talking about goddamn white supremacy? Can we stop talking about defund the police and all that other shit? Listen. There is not, look, there's so many things to talk about in America. But fairness is fairness. And what's going on right now is not fair. We got WNBA. We got the NBA. Why don't we have the trans NBA? Trans Olympics. Trans wrestling. Trans whatever. We can do it. It's America. We can give it to, if that's what they need. If they need sports, let's give it to them. But it's not fair to these regular women out here for participating in sports, getting beat by men that look like women. I don't even like the word trans. I don't like trans. I don't like that word trans, but that's what they want to use, trans. I don't like that word. I don't like labels. I really don't like labels. It's not fair for these young girls, women who are actually deep inside in their soul a woman, to participate with somebody that was a man who wants to be a woman, or did all these so-called scientific injections, surgeries, whatever. You still what you are. Deep inside your soul, you know what you are. But unfortunately, you were so confused as a child because your parents didn't show you or lead you the way. You're still trying to battle what you are. Deep inside, you're still trying to battle what you are. And like, once again, we don't want to talk about those that eventually end up killing themselves because they still couldn't figure out what they were because they had no help. There is help. There is help. There is help. There's medical treatments you can get to help you to be more masculine, more feminine. But nobody wants to do this. They just want to say, I'm done. I'm going to go be a woman. I'm done. I'm going to go be a boy. And once again, I ask you again, when you die today, tomorrow, whenever, how do you think you're going to be presented in front of your maker? How are you going to be presented for your maker? You think you're going to sit in front of your maker as something he ain't make you into? Think about that. Or when your day comes, when judgment day comes, for y'all that think there is a judgment day, when judgment day comes, do you think you're going to present yourself as who you turned yourself into? Ladies and gentlemen, Governor Greg Abbott from Texas has decided to pass a law, or try to pass a law, to ban transgender athletes from participating in the sport that they don't classify in. Meaning, if you're a woman, you change yourself into a man, you're not going to be allowed to participate in a man's sport. And the same thing goes for a man that changed himself into a girl. You're not going to be able to participate in female sports in school. But there's a problem. Governor Abbott is getting all kinds of evil faces and all kinds of, he is sexist, he's disgusting, he's discriminating, he's so, Only thing he wants is fairness. We know there's a difference. We can change the outside, but we can't change the inside. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this door. Let's get into it. Okay, I'm tired of talking. Let's get into it. I'm tired of talking about it. Texas Governor Greg Abbott signs law restricting transgender students in school sports. Supporters have said the law is aimed at protecting girls, while critics have called it discriminatory. Ain't nothing discriminatory about this, period. Let's see what this is. LGBTQ rights supporters gathered at Texas State Capitol to protest state Republican-led efforts to pass legislation that would restrict the participation of transgender student athletes on the first day of the 87th legislature's third special session in Austin, Texas on September 20th, 2021. Okay? Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed a bill Monday banning transgender athletes from playing in public school sports teams that align with their gender identities. Okay? Once again, Governor Abbott signed a bill Monday banning transgender athletes from playing on public school sports teams that align with their gender identities. Okay? That means if your birth certificate says that you a boy and you decide to be a girl, you need to participate in a boy sport. Just because your outside says you're a girl, don't mean your inside is a girl. Okay? You're a girl on the outside, but not a girl on the inside. So you must perform sports as a boy, because deep inside, you're a boy. That's what this bill is about. And so on and so on. That's what they try to get rid of sexist. They're trying to get rid of boys. There's no sexist no more. They're trying to add all these extra stuff, pronouns, and all this other stuff. No. The bill, which cleared legislation this month and affects elementary school to university athletes, will take effect in January. Okay. So I guess it got passed. I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Abbott did not immediately comment on the ban. Republican Valerie Swanson, a lead sponsor in the State House, has said it's all about girls and protecting them in the state's Universe Interscholastic League. Okay? They're trying to protect girls. This ain't got nothing to do with men, because girls ain't turn over to men and try to play men's sports. Let's look at the video. Let's see this video here.
Your family can get sick at...
What the heck? No. Let's go back here. Nope. You know what? Screw it.
Anytime.
Go to the
which is
video.
where Teladoc can help. With Teladoc, you can talk to a doctor or pediatrician 24/7 within minutes, which helps everyone sleep better at night.
HB 25, the clerk to read the bill.
This vote is one of many legislative proceedings Rachel Gonzalez has watched. She has an 11-year-old daughter who is transgender.
This year has been an unprecedented attack on the LGBTQ community, but in particular transgender youth.
Critics of House Bill 25 feel it's a solution in search of a problem. This bill says students must play for a team that matches their gender identity on their birth certificate at or near time of birth.
Right.
A group of businesses, including many in North Texas, signed a letter expressing concern about bills like this one. The author of the bill says it's about fairness in sports.
House Bill 25 is a common sense solution. It protects the safety and the right to equal participation for the 332,000 girls in UIL sports.
Similar legislation passed the Texas Senate, but so far failed to make it to the House floor before this special session. Julie Fine, NBC5.
So, you saw the video. You saw it. Let's finish. We need a statewide level playing field, as was said on the House floor this month. It's very important that we who got elected to be here protect our girls. All those student athletes have been required to play on teams that align with their genders listed on their birth certificates. They could obtain court orders allowing them to change their gender markers and compete in intergalactic athletics. Under the bill signed into law Monday, that option is no longer available. You're not changing your inside. You're not changing your inside. Like I said, once again, just because you do injections and all that, take pills, don't change your inside. Your soul is still your soul. Let's continue. Let's watch this video. Texas moms rally against dozens of state bills targeting transgender. Let's watch it. Let's see. And probably going to another damn video. Another damn commercial.
Each time you talk with
I'll take the hit. I'll take it. I'll take the hit. Tell the doc whatever.
Thanks for seeing me.
Yeah, all right,
glad you
yeah.
scheduled some time.
All
Tell
right,
the doc.
great.
They're
Yeah,
right
tell the
here
doc. All
when you
right,
need it
yeah,
most.
whatever. Go on. Damn it. Let's get to the damn. Yeah.
Dinner this evening on Miami Beach disrupted when a car collides into a sidewalk cafe. This Bentley hits.
One mom of a non-binary child said this, just the conversation of whether or not my child should exist in public school sports and whether or not other kids should bully them for who they are. That's the conversation that this legislative body is inviting by entertaining these bills. Joining us now is NBC Out reporter Joe Yerkeba, a familiar face here on this show, and Rachel Gonzalez, who has been to the Texas State House dozens of times to lobby on behalf of her transgender daughter, Libby. Good morning to both of you, and thank you so much for your time. Rachel, thank you for joining us. Joe, I'll start with you and with some background info. So what actions and legislation have lawmakers proposed on a state level in Texas? Just set the scene for us here.
Sure. You can take a look at this first graphic we have here. So Republican lawmakers in Texas have proposed 52 anti-trans bills, most of which target trans youth or trans minors, and that's just this year. So to give you an idea of how many that is, that's a quarter of the 190 anti-trans bills filed in state legislatures nationwide this year, according to the ACLU of Texas. And among those bills are bills that ban trans student athletes from competing on school sports teams that align with their gender identity, and bills that would ban or even criminalize certain gender-affirming health care for transgender minors, including even talk therapy. And some of these bills could even charge parents with child abuse if they provide such care for their kids. So far, none of these bills have become law, but the state Senate just last week passed a trans athlete ban, and it and two other similar House bills have been referred to House committees in the Texas legislature.
And now with that scene set, Rachel, let me bring you in here. And first, let me say thank you for sharing your family's story with us here this morning. And just tell us when you decided to start protesting for your daughter, Libby. What led to that?
Thank you so much for having me. So we actually just had our 5-year anniversary of our first public video that we ever made. And my daughter Libby's 11, so she was 6 at the time. And we didn't really see any other way around it. We didn't anticipate this extended battle. We thought we were just headed into a bathroom bill battle. And because my daughter is fully supported in her schools, it wasn't something that we were facing on the daily. And we had the bandwidth to show up and fight for kids who were being discriminated against on a daily basis in their schools, in their homes. And here we are 5 years later, still fighting the same fight and showing up again and again to let the Texas legislature know that you can't use transgender youth as your political pawns.
I have more questions for you on just that in just a moment. But Joe, first, just tell us also what's going on across the country. I mean, Texas is not the only state pushing these sorts of laws. Other state houses have proposed legislation also targeting transgender children. Tell us, how widespread are these bills and what impacts are they having nationwide?
Sure. So about 30 states have considered trans athlete bans this year. And at this point, governors in 9 states, 8 so far this year, have signed trans athlete bans into law. About 20 states have considered bans on gender-affirming care for trans minors, and governors in 2 states, Arkansas and Tennessee, have signed laws that restrict or ban that care. And as far as the impact they're having, I actually just spoke with Ricardo Martinez at Equality Texas last night, and he told me that they are receiving heartbreaking phone calls every week from parents whose trans children are being bullied at school more, and some have even been violently attacked. So the rhetoric in these bills is really affecting LGBTQ youth.
And now, Rachel, I think a lot of times we hear these bills and we hear and see politicians talking about them and debating them, and we're not focusing on the families and the humans who are right in the middle of it. So tell me, what do you hope for your daughter, for her future? And how far are you willing to go to keep her safe? I mean, is there a chance that you'd move to another state, or do you feel that that might come to that?
No, my daughter's a 5th generation Texan. We're not leaving. They're not going to run us out of our home. That's ridiculous. And, you know, our community, the people that know my family, the people that know my daughter fully support her exactly as she is. And, you know, I think we're called mama bears for a reason, and there's really nothing we aren't going to do to defend the safety and well-being of not just my own kid, but kids across the state, because there are countless trans youth across the state that cannot safely go to the Capitol and testify. And we do have that ability. So we're going to keep pushing and showing my daughter that all 3 of my children, that if somebody is being targeted in this state, we're going to stand up together.
Elena Fedorova.
Critics of the legislation have said that it's discriminatory and that its supporters haven't been able to provide examples of transgender athletes competing unfairly in women's sports. And Statement Money Equality Texas, an LGBTQ advocacy group, said that if Texas wants to protect children, the goal shouldn't be to prevent trans kids from participating in sports, but to give all kids the freedom to make friends and play without fearing the kind of discrimination many older trans people face on a daily basis. Okay, so it looked like they made a correction. Said correction October 25th, 2021, 8:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Headlines on the previous version of this article stated the scope of the Texas law. It bans transgender students from playing on school sports teams that align with their gender identities, not from all school sports. My fault with the commercials, whatever. I don't even know who with the whatever. Anyway, these are children. We're talking about kids. Once again, we don't know what we are. We don't. Kids don't know. That's why we have parents, because we don't know. We need to be guided, taught. We don't know. Children don't know. Children do not have the capability to make a decision. That's why when a child does a hideous crime like murder or something like that, they don't get put in prison with grown motherfucking people. They go to a juvenile. They go to juvenile detention. I mean, some of them do, some of them don't, but the law is all fucked up. But children shouldn't be in prison with grown goddamn people, because their mind, their build, their physical ability, their mind is not like an adult. A child's thought process is not the same as an adult. This is the law. The law sometimes does the right thing. The law sometimes doesn't. But as a child, your mind isn't the same as an adult. It's not fully developed yet. So this lady decided that she wanted to turn her, I guess, her son, that's not a girl now. People don't have a problem with trans people. They don't. They just want fairness. Girls don't want to participate against boys, even though the boy's a girl now. They don't want to. It's not fair. In the same way a man don't want to fight a woman, that's not a man, because it's not fair. It's a no-win situation, period. Both situations, nobody wins. Ladies and gentlemen, in America, we have 1.4 million trans people that identify as trans. 1.4 million people in the United States of America identify as transgender. You want to know how many people are that live in America? 329.5 million people live in America, and only 1.4 million of those people identify as trans. I'm not saying it's right to, this is not discrimination. I'm saying since you want to be trans, you should participate with trans. Participate with those that identify as you. There's 1.4 million people that identify as trans in America. There's 329.5 million people in America alone. And it might be more than that. The number keeps going up because we let others in that aren't documented. This is sad. This is sad that we're having this discussion. It's sad that we've got to this point. It's sad. And like I said before, I don't have a problem with the LGBTQ community. This is just asking a question. Who do you see when you leave? When you die, who do you go see? Do you think you go see a maker? Do you think a maker wants to see you as the person you're going to change yourself into? Those that get all those tattoos on their body, their face, their arms, their legs, all that crazy cuckoo stuff, and they got them rings in their ears, and they all kinds of stuff. They lip pierced, and they a big old hole in their nose, and all types of stuff. You think God or whoever you worship is going to want to see you like that? Do you think you're going to go in like that? How do you think you're going to go in? You think you're going to go with all your tattoos and your piercings and your holes and your new sexuality? Ladies and gentlemen, it's a problem. We need to grab a hold of reality. There is an end to this. There is an end to life on the world. There is an end date for all of us. And there is another place when you die. Every last one of us got a place to go when we die. Do you know where you're going? Do you know how you're going to look? Are you even going to get a chance to decide where you want to go? We don't know these questions. A lot of people say they've seen God and they've seen Satan and they've seen. That's he say, she say. But eventually, all of us will get a chance to see what actually is on the other side. When you leave this earth, do you know where you're going to go? Can you say that you did your best being who you were put on the earth to be? Do you have the right to change, modify, subtract what your maker put you here on the earth as, or what you have on your outside? You can only change your outside. You can't flush away your inside. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Brandon's America. If I hurt somebody's feelings, if I touch on something, I apologize. This is very sensitive because, you know what I'm saying, I got a daughter. I got a son. I don't want my children to go through this. I never thought my children would go through this. I didn't see this happening. I didn't see this day happening where we gotta. I think at this present moment, I don't think my daughter is going to have to worry about, being a professional athlete. I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. She's 21 now. She ain't really getting the sports bin. I don't think she's gonna get sports now. But my son, he's only 9. He's already playing. He likes boxing, likes basketball, he likes football. He likes stuff. If my son becomes a boxer, and your daughter decides that she wants to be a man, is it fair that my son gets to punch your... Ladies and gentlemen, Brands America. Love yourself, love your kids, show them, guide them, lead them. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, be safe. This Brands America.
Let's go, Brandon. Hey. Let's